It is a beautiful Saturday night in mid-October in Boise, Idaho, and with the Air Force Academy in town, you have to begin with a flyover. Cadets on the field, in the stands, and a great game coming up tonight here at FS1. Mountain West football, Boise State 3-3, and the Air Force Falcons come in at 5-1. And good evening, everybody. Alongside Mark Helfrich, I am Corey Provis. It is so great to have you with us tonight here from the Treasure Valley. And let's begin, Mark, with the hometown team. The Broncos coming off a great win. Did something they had not done in 20 years. Go on the road and knock off a top 10 team. They did that against BYU. They did so by playing complimentary football.
Yeah, great team effort, and it's the type of team effort it's going to take tonight to beat this unique Air Force attack. It's not just turnovers, it's points off turnovers. They turned 3 turnovers into 17 points. One, Habibi Likio. Later was the president, Van Buren, and then a late field goal. They have to do the same thing tonight.
And here come the Boise State Broncos. Meanwhile, as for the Falcons, Air Force is 5-1 for the first time, Mark, since 2010. And when you think about Air Force, you think about the triple option, but there is more to it than just that on the offensive side. It
really is. They have a diverse run game. It kind of sounds weird, but Air Force, you replace their run game with everybody else's pass game, right? Their deal. Let's go inside the film room. It is the bread and butter still of the triple option. You got the dive key, that guy in the C gap of the defense. The quarterback has to read quickly. The next defender is the pitch key that he reads, and this converts a key 4th and 1 in the victory over Wyoming. And then just when you think they're going to pound it again, 11 sets of eyeballs in the backfield. Does a great job with the hard sell play action. Finds Davis in the flat for what would later be ruled a touchdown.
And Air Force is averaging 341 yards on the ground, #1 in the country. That is going to be a big storyline to follow here tonight. Big game coming up in Boise. It's the Boise State Broncos and the Falcons from the Air Force Academy. We'll take a break. The kickoff is next on FS1. Moments away from the Broncos, the Falcons, both teams coming off big wins and big celebrations. Very cool scene in both locker rooms following wins last week. Boise State in Provo and Air Force at home against Wyoming.
Yeah, not too many better places in the world than a winning locker room.
Now, Boise State won the toss and elected to take the ball first.
Absolutely. Air Force is your opponent. You got to steal possessions, and that's an example of getting the ball first. Not something they do a lot.
And with that underway, tonight from Boise, no return, and we'll see the Broncos with the ball first from their own 25-yard line. And we will see quarterback Hank Bachmeier, a 3-year starter, threw for 172 yards against BYU last week. He's a junior from Murrieta, California.
Yeah, Bachmeier did a great job last week at just taking what they gave you. A lot of drop 8. Air Force similarly will challenge him to check the ball down and take the easy stuff in the flats.
Broncos are thin in the backfield tonight, so Andrew Van Buren starts at tailback. Here's Bachmeier rolling and throwing, and that's caught across the 30-yard line by Stephon Cobbs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there, attacking that field flat. Good first completion.
It's the 18th reception for Cobbs this season. 6-foot redshirt junior from Fort Worth. From the 31. Bachmeier throws, quick hit. That's caught by Octavius Evans. And now first down out near the 40-yard line. Gain of 8 for Evans, redshirt senior from Center, Texas.
Yeah, Air Force looks like they're employing that BYU plan to challenge Bachmeier to check it down, and he's doing a good job of that so far. Look at that corner up top, off, way off.
shifts down to the bottom of your screen. 3 receivers at the top. Low snap handled by Bachmeyer. Throws. That's caught by Van Buren. And he's shoved out near the 43-yard line. As we look at the starting lineup tonight, Mark, for Boise State.
Yeah, massive reshuffling of this offensive line. They have 5 guys they feel good about, and Will Farah has to run the show and play clean. They haven't had great snaps all year. And then skill-wise, a ton of skill, as you said, without Habibi Likio, without Polani. Look for Riley Smith to enter the fray as a big play vertical threat.
Right on cue, that is Smith going in motion. Here's Van Buren up the middle, dives across the 44 to the 45, brought down by Kalawaya Piscaya.
As we watch this game, it's going to be interesting. Air Force obviously doing their deal on the ground. Boise State has to just stack completion after completion to drive the ball. Air Force is going to make them earn it the hard way. Lots of plays, lots of time of possession both ways.
On 3rd down and 4. Steps up, looking to run. He'll dive across midfield and pick up the 1st down. Gain of 6, needed 4. 1st down, Boise State.
This is what Bachmeyer has done throughout his career. 4-man rush, doesn't see anybody open downfield. It's good zone coverage, dives for the 1st down.
And it's off the hands of Khalil Shakir and nearly intercepted by Michael Mack II as he is distraught. Thought he had one off the hands of Shakir. He doesn't drop too many.
Yeah, this is, again, make him go the long distance. This is a version of the Air Force dive. Just throw that little completion over and over again. Well, now it's 2nd and 10.
Shakir, Troy Calhoun told us this week, head coach at Air Force, he thinks that number 2 is the best receiver in the Mountain West Conference.
Made a mistake there trying to catch it two-handed. He usually goes one-handed, right?
That's true. From the Falcon 49-yard line, here's Van Buren. Up the middle. Picks up about 2. And 3rd down as we look at the Air Force starting defense here tonight. Mark?
Yeah, last week Jordan Jackson led that front. A sack, a tackle for loss, a PBU. Really did a great job on the 2nd level. Vance Sanford, arguably the back-to-back player of the week.
Down the sideline looking for Cobbs. That's a catch. Perfectly thrown from Bachmeyer on 3rd and 8. He hits Cobbs. 1st and goal, Broncos.
And on cue, challenging these guys downfield in space. Just way too much area there of a guy who's in bail coverage. He should have been behind Cobbs. This is
Shakir in the Wildcat. Direct snap, and Shakir plows up the middle. And he is brought down shy of the 5-yard line, so they go Wildcat with Shakir.
Yeah, we can anticipate some different stuff. Shakir at running back, a lot of more jet sweep. When you're down your top 2 running backs, right? Try to be a little creative. Good job there by offensive coordinator Tim Plow. Thought there was a chance there on that last one. They were going to take a look at Cobbs, but Boise State did a good job getting the line of scrimmage.
Air Force, their first charge.
Broncos are playing fast, and so Air Force is going to call a timeout. As we go back to the 39-yard throw and catch, Bachmeyer to Cobbs that set up this touchdown opportunity for the Broncos.
I thought that's what Coach Calhoun was asking about right there. Yeah, looked like to me like that ball moved from the other angle. Obviously difficult to see from there.
It's too late now to take a look at it. Ball's moving around a little bit, securing it up against his chest.
Yeah, it's got to be the left hand, one hand firm control is what they're saying. I don't know.
When he had 2 hands on it there securely, that foot was out of bounds.
Yeah, that's where Troy Calhoun has to call timeout to initiate the challenge, and that's what the officials are telling him right now on the sideline.
Air Force has not allowed an opening drive score all season long. Through 6 games, they have forced a punt on the opponent's first drive all season long, but that could change here as the Broncos have a 2nd down and goal. Shakir in motion. There's Van Buren. He is stuffed by Alec Muck. And the Air Force defense, that'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, not surprisingly, this Air Force defense good against the run, right? They practice against a million different things. Watch 40 mock come off. And again, Van Buren, don't forget, this guy's 6 foot 240 coming at you. And a host of Falcons on the tackle.
On 3rd and goal, from inside the 5, this one's blown dead. And early indication is a false start against Boise State.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 77, 5-yard penalty. It remains 3rd down.
So that's Suji, who is now the full-time right tackle. They were having a little trial by committee, but they've settled in on this lineup.
A 3rd straight game, Mark, to your point, that the Broncos have had the same 5 start the game at the O-line spot. So it backs it out to the 8-yard line on 3rd and goal. Bachmeier pumps, now slings it towards the end zone. That is caught for a touchdown by Cobbs. Touchdown this season for Cobbs, his 6th career score, and the Broncos strike first.
So Riley Smith, watch 3 here, clear this out. Everybody's looking at Shakir, and he says, thank you very much. I'll take advantage of that void. Reggie Bush happy, 5 in the end zone.
A good zip on that throw, too, from Bachmeier. His 12th touchdown pass this season. Jonah on for the extra try, and that is up and good. So the Broncos ask for the ball first, and they respond with an opening drive score. Bachmeier to Cobbs early on at Boise, 7-0 Broncos. Impressive drive for Hank Bachmeier and the Broncos. 11 plays, 75 yards, and Stephon Cobbs, 8-yard touchdown catch. With that, the Falcons allow the opposition to score on the first drive for the first time all season long. 7-0 Broncos.
Yep, big play, big play. They got to prevent that. In their keys to the game, they got to make them take the long route. Great work by Bachmeier. 5 of 6 for 65 and 1 touchdown.
And credit too to the Broncos for going fast. That disputed catch with Cobbs that had Air Force call the timeout. Certainly, perhaps would have looked at. But they went Wildcat with Shakir and kept the drive going and capitalized on the score. So now we'll see the Air Force Falcons on offense for the first time. Zeke Daniels has rushed for nearly 500 yards this season. He's thrown for nearly 500 yards this season.
Yeah, you see that balance we talked about. There's the pass yards, the rush yards. He is a great ball carrier, great decision maker. Is the biggest thing in this system is that instantaneous common sense of the triple option and all the other things they ask him to execute.
Keep an eye on number 20 all night long. That's Brad Roberts. But right now, it's Daniels on the flip and the toss. This is Lewis, and Lewis has a first down across the 35-yard line. Brandon Lewis, who had a great game against the Broncos last year. Watch, you got a great block from Micah Davis.
Yeah, watch Brad Roberts to start this off 20. I'm going to carry it a lot, and then I'm going to get a little edge cut there. And on the perimeter, really nice job. These guys are cut blocking.
Beg your pardon, that was Davis, not Lewis, on the toss. So here's Roberts. And Roberts out near the 44-yard line as we look at the starting lineup tonight for the Air Force Falcons.
Little trap scheme there to start things off. Caleb Holcomb, he's featured. We're talking about because Ryan Booth is out, the normal starter there. And as always, first in rush for the Falcons. As the skilled players, we look at the fullback. Think of him as the feature back in this deal. You got to stop Roberts if you're going to stop this attack.
And second down. And Daniels with the toss and shoved out across the 45-yard line. And that's Lewis. That was stretched out well by Boise State, third down.
Yeah, great job by Skinner running that down, and good job by both sides here. Kind of Air Force knowing, hey, we know that Brad Roberts is our featured back, and so they're loading that up. He's joining this scheme. They're trying to get the ball in the perimeter. Great speed by J.L. Skinner to get him to the ground.
See how well Air Force has done this season on the ground. On 3rd and 3.
They do a lot of check with me from the sideline. You'll see them do this.
Kinnaman in motion. It's Roberts trying the right side, and he'll have the first down. Needed to get to midfield. Did that to the 49. Tackled by Dimitri Washington. First down, Air Force.
Yeah, any 4-yard run for Air Force, that's an 8-yard run for most other people. Just a body blow, body blow, body blow. Great execution. And watch the interior of this Bronco defensive line. They submarine at the point of attack. Roberts bounces. First down.
Brad Roberts, number 1 in the Mountain West Conference in yards rushing, averaging about 113 per game. Carried the ball 33 times, a career high against Wyoming last week. On first down, here's the flip. And a nice play inside the 40-yard line. And that's Micah Davis. A gain of 15. Lewis provided the block. First down, Air Force. Here come the Falcons on the ground.
Yep, there's just your clean triple option. They take it with a dive. I'm going to pull it. There's the pull. Pitch off that edge man and get on the perimeter. And you can play the game at home as you're a fan. At any point here, it could be a play action, hard sell, home run pass. You got to stop the dive. You got to stop the quarterback. You got to stop the pitch. Tough system when you execute at a high level.
Roberts, and that was read well by Boise State. Picked up 1. Riley Wimpy, 5th-year senior linebacker, made the stop as we look at the Bronco defense tonight.
Yeah, up front they're going to be without Jackson Cravens, and then they will get Shane Irwin back, but 30, Isaiah Banya is in his steed, along with Dimitri Washington on the edge, going to be responsible for that dive back a lot. Riley Wimpy runs the show up front, and then on the back end they're without 3 starters. No Cole, no Reed, no LaBeouf, and then Kekala Kaniho. Super everything, does everything on the back end for this Bronco team.
Second down, here's the flip. And here is Davis. And Davis across the 30-yard line, setting up 3rd and short, picked up 5. Tackled by J.L. Skinner, back this week. Missed most of the game last week against BYU because of targeting.
Watch Kinnaman here, 23, coming up from the left side of your screen. Man, just a great job on the perimeter. Secure that ball. And yeah, Skinner, elite player. Got to play clean.
This is the 8th play of this drive. So far, everything has been on the ground. And now Daniels makes a good decision and a first down inside the 20. A gain of 9. Right tackle 63. Everett Smalley opened up a big crease. Now Daniels slow to get up.
That is not what anyone wants to see at this game. There's the variable of a little quarterback counter action. It's not just a dive option. It's not just the load option. This is a quarterback counter. Predetermined. Good to see him still in there after slow getting up.
On first down from the 19-yard line. Daniels with the flip. That's on the ground. It's loose, and it's recovered by Boise State. Riley Wimpy. They're going to say that's a forward pass, right? That's going to be a forward pass and not.
This will certainly be looked at, and it's close from, we just saw a look on the Jumbotron. It's where the ball is to where the ball is. Wow, that is really hard to see. That's going to be hard to overturn. The line judge, the head linesman, a lot of duties that you don't normally have when you officiate Air Force is all that stuff. The perimeter blocking scheme, the height of a lot of these blocks now as far as the cut blocks. And then this, they're taking a look at whether that ball is moving forward at all.
So it is an official review, Mark, and let's bring in our rules expert, Dean Blandino, joining us tonight from Los Angeles. And Dean, it has been ruled a forward pass under review. What do you think?
Yeah, and you see this a lot with the option, right? It's where it's released from. So find the point where it's released from. Looks like it's just inside the 20-yard line to where it's first touched. It might be slightly forward. It was ruled that way on the field. We're going to need a shot down the line to see something definitive. Again, looks like it might be just forward. And again, if it's not clear and obvious, the ruling on the field should stand here.
So based on that, Dean, what we have seen so far, what you have seen, anything that would overturn this call and rule it then a lateral and a live ball fumble, or do you think the call will stand?
To me, from what I've seen, I wouldn't change this. Again, where it's released from to where it's first touch looks like it's slightly forward. Here's another angle. We might get blocked out here. Tough to tell. It's really tough to tell when it's this close on these
that
types
one
of
looked
plays.
backward. Now that one looked.
That one looked backward. That angle looked backward.
Now, Dean, that last angle there, yeah, that one looked backward. Right.
And then this one, you watch this one.
But is that the angle of the camera, just like this one?
It changes, right? The angle changes what you see, and that's what makes these so tough to change in replay.
After further review, the ruling of an incomplete forward pass stands.
All right, Dean, thank you. So the call stands. I should say Daniels took a big hit there.
Yeah, kind of an awkward slide there, him on the play prior to that. You wonder if that had any effect on his mindset there.
So call stands, so it'll be second down. That's the reaction from Zeke Daniels.
Cool customer. No doubt about it, right?
No doubt about that. So second down and 10. Again, Daniels will keep it this time and dive ahead to around the 12-yard line. Picked up about 8. Isaiah Banya, redshirt sophomore from Alberta, Canada, made the stop. As again, Daniels slow to get up. Grabbing at his lower back there a little bit.
Air Force doing a nice job early here, getting 3-on-2s. Right there, you had the lead blocker, usually a receiver, and then the quarterback, the pitchback, and 2 defenders, right? That wins in option football.
See Daniels still kind of grabbing at his lower back. Let's follow that as we move along here tonight. Stays in on 3rd and short. And it's Roberts. And he's going to be just short. So 4th down and likely less than a yard. Caleb Biggers transfer from Bowling Green along with Wimpy in on the stop. So 4th and short. And it looks like Calhoun is going to keep the Falcons offense on the field, Mark.
No doubt about it. In this situation for them, they're built for this. We just saw that conversion last week, 4th and 1. Anticipate a load quarterback run or true triple option right here.
See how well Air Force has executed on 4th down this season. Just inside the 10, it's Daniels, and he'll have it. On the sneak. And he picks up a couple. 1st and goal, Air Force.
Yeah, as we're watching this front again, Boise State, those 2 defensive tackles, the guys lined up over the guards, they're so concerned with, all right, this is going to be a run to the right, a run to the left. Oftentimes, that's the easiest way to convert in short yardage situations, just right at that open space.
So here comes the 13th play of the drive. On 1st and goal, it's Roberts. And Roberts across the 5-yard line. Now, getting back to Troy Calhoun, he said this week after Roberts picked up 4 that, yes, Roberts has been doing so much on the ground. He would like to incorporate both Emmanuel Michel and Omar Fatah a bit more in the ground game. But Roberts said this week, hey, I'm fine. You want to give it to me 33 more times tonight? Great.
Yep. Yeah, he's like your bell cow tailback, right? In a normal, quote-unquote, normal offense. And you want to spread that deal. But the thing is, Zeke Daniels just has to play what happens, and a lot of teams can make him feed the ball to that back, and sometimes they get overworked.
This is an area on Boise State side where they were so good last week in the red zone, but Roberts is in. Touchdown, Air Force.
Doesn't look overworked to me.
7th rushing score for Roberts this season, and the Falcons answer back, doing what they do best, running the ball, play after play.
Just grind, 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 grind. And here it is, just the dive. This is the initial part. You got to stop if you're Boise State. Just great execution. Roberts, pay dirt.
There's Anthony Rodriguez on for the point after try. Good snap, good spot. And the kick is up and good. The Falcons have now scored a touchdown on the opening drive in 6 of 7 games this season. Daniels to Roberts. The Falcons answer back, all tied at 7. So both teams with 75-yard touchdown drives. And Roberts into the end zone for his 12th career score. The Falcons have now scored on 6 of 7 opening drive possessions this season. And look at how efficient and effective the Falcons have been offensively in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Grind. Biggest play right there, the incompletion by Daniels. It was not a fumble.
And Cobbs with a fair catch and no returns. So the Broncos will have it from the 25 when we come back. So Boise State with the ball for the second time tonight, all tied at 7. Back here in Boise, time now for the keys to the game, sponsored by Fubo TV. Watch live sports and TV without cable. Try free at FuboTV.com.
For Air Force, simple. Turnover-free football, near turnover right there. And then Hasselhank, get home with a 4-man rush, play great defense. Boise State, be patiently explosive. You're going to have limited possessions. You can't force it. And then force Air Force to play long-yarded situations.
Bachmeier 5 of 6 passing on the first drive, looking to add to that, and incomplete. And is looking for Van Buren across the 30-yard line. Demonte Meeks was in his face. Bachmeier's face on that throw, second down.
Yeah, Meeks did a great job there of creating a little on cue. He hassled Hank. Thank you, Demonte.
Bachmeier 14-5 record as a 3-year starter. Nice hole opening up that time for Van Buren, a guy that has been used in short yardage situations, but was a featured back last year and takes on a bigger role with how the depth is being tested right now with the Boise State backfield.
Absolutely, an extremely talented back, but just had a niche role with Habibi Likio and Halani.
Hey, let's go Florida for
Check with me here from the sideline. Tim Plow upstairs, the offensive coordinator calling it.
George Holani out tonight. Cyrus Habibi Likio also out tonight. Boise State does get Taquan Tyler back tonight.
Play clock.
On third down. Bachmeier running out of time, and down he goes. The flag comes in behind the play. Brought down to the 30-yard line by Christopher Herrera. It is a sack, a loss of 1 as we wait to see on the flag.
Yeah, watch Herrera, 49, just taking the loop, running the loop as they call it on the defense. Gets Hank down.
Offense, number 68. That penalty is declined. The result of the play brings up 4th down.
Jake Stetz, the guilty party, and Boise State, a rare penalty, only averaging fewer than 5 penalties per game. But Stetz and the Broncos go off as the punting unit comes on, 4th down. And Davis with a fair catch, and he brings it down inside the 25-yard line. So we will see the Falcon offense when we come back. Zeke Daniels and the Falcons back on the field. Late first quarter, all tied at 7. Look at Troy Calhoun, the longest tenured Mountain West Conference coach, 55 years old. He's done a tremendous job at his alma mater, and doing so not in an unusual way. You see, the ground game has been so vital for such a long time. Top 10 each of the last 33 years, top 5 each of the last 6.
Death, taxes, and the Air Force rushing attack.
As Daniels keeps it across the 25-yard line. Picks up 4.
Yeah, that's good to see, just for if you're an Air Force fan, that Daniels is okay, that the opening play is a called QB run. They would try to protect him if he wasn't.
Roberts and Guidry check in as Davis comes out. On 2nd down and 6 for Daniels. Here's the toss. Here's Roberts, and a strong first down run. Took a hit, but still picked up the first down across the 35-yard line. A 10-yard gain. He got a good block from his teammate, fellow running back Jordan Guidry.
Yeah, just good design here by offensive coordinator Mike Thiessen. He gets all the way to Kate Canijo. Watch all these blockers in front. Great job, and Canijo gets him on the ground. You're so concerned with that interior game. That's one of their main change-ups, just student body left.
Daniels looks for Lane and tucks the helmet down. A flag comes in late across the 40-yard line.
They look like they were high on Daniels there. I think it's face mask.
You see Canijo there. By the way, this is a record-setting night for him. This is his 55th career game at Boise State, setting a new program record.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 28, 15-yard penalty to be added to the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
And in his 55th career game, whistled for the face mask.
He might enjoy that as long as they get the win, have a physicality type of penalty. Just gets a little high, and absolutely the right call.
Right call.
That guy is Mr. Everything here at Boise State. Up for the Campbell Award, the academic Heisman. They say that he can run the defense by himself. Boise State changing up their front. Now they step out of it.
Manuel Michel with the carry. And that one goes across the 40-yard line, a gain of 5. You know, Manuel Michel is a junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia. And he's rushed for over 200 yards on 33 carries before tonight. But the bulk of that came in the only Falcon loss this season, that shootout game they had with Utah State a few weeks back.
Yeah, they don't want that to repeat itself here tonight. You'll see Boise State, a bunch of post-snap movement. That time there was pre-snap shifting. They try to mess with Air Force's count and calls up front.
Daniels, this would be his second throw tonight, and looking for Davis, had him opening complete at the 15-yard line.
That's where you just can't fall asleep if you're Boise State. Zeke Daniels is selling that I'm going to run the ball. Now he's got to settle his feet and find the wide open Micah Davis. Just watch his feet here, just kind of off balance. Sees the unblocked blitzer coming at him, and boy, he wish he had that one back.
Davis was open. He catches that in stride. That's a touchdown. So Daniels, no first half attempts in the air last week. 0 for 2 so far tonight on 3rd down. Daniels option. There's the flip. It's Davis, and Davis will dive near the line to gain across the 35-yard line.
They're going to mark him short. It looks like.
Yeah.
J.L. Skinner, just watch zero. Great speed across the field. We've seen this guy on both sideline to sideline all night. You'll see zero flash into your screen. Coming out of nowhere. You've got to make one-on-one tackles against this offense, and there it is, just short of the line to gain.
And the Falcons will go for it on 4th down for the second time tonight. They converted on their first drive. It's Roberts, and he'll have it. A gain of 2 brought down by DJ Schramm. First down, Air Force.
They just caved down the right side of the offensive line. Great job by that Air Force front. Same play they scored on for the touchdown, and Air Force is going to take this to the end of the first quarter.
So a 7-7 score after 1. Calhoun of the Falcons with their second possession on the move on a beautiful night in Boise. 7-7 after 1 on FS1. Welcome back as we start the second quarter of play here in Boise. All tied 7-7 with Mark Helfrich. I'm Corey Provis, and a special guest joining us as well here tonight, the commissioner for the Mountain West Conference. Nice to have Craig Thompson stop by here in the booth. Commissioner, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
It's great. I tell you what, if you're a stock follower, buy Mountain West.
A beautiful night as Air Force has the ball to begin the second quarter as Daniels is shoved out after a gain of 6. But, Mr. Commissioner, as you've kind of made your way around the conference so far here this season, as you're interacting with coaches and athletic directors, what's that dialogue like? What are you asking them, and what are they asking you midway through the season?
Oh, we're really excited. As I've said a number of times, I think the league is a lot deeper. It's a lot stronger than it's been, and I can't place the people, but the 5th, 6th, 7th place teams are very competitive, and we're having a really good season. The non-conference was phenomenal in September.
As Air Force
for Tom, the carry, it'll be 3rd down and short.
Stop there for no gain. Craig, 2, 3, 4, 10 years down the road, let's take a team like San Diego State, an undefeated team that, as they are right now. What's the Mountain West path to the playoff in your mind?
Well, I think play the schedule we're playing. We end up, San Diego State has a couple Pac-12 wins in the non-conference. We play really good non-conference schedules, and I think that 10-2 or 11-1 team is going to be the conference champion. Will be one of the hopeful expanded playoff top 6 conferences.
Here's Daniels on the option. Daniels towards the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Air Force. Skinner tried to rip that ball free, but number 4 said that's not happening. Touchdown, Daniels, and the Falcons take the lead. 25-yard touchdown run.
Again, bread and butter triple. There's the dive. Nothing. He gets on the edge. They've got the numbers. He sees they have the number advantage. The only hope is J.L. Skinner to hunt him down from behind. Great finish for the Falcons.
And, Craig, you've seen that for years, right? Watching the Falcons and the effectiveness of the option.
It's almost interchangeable. Mr. Daniels is having a heck of a year, and they've got some great quarterbacks. Our offensive coordinator, Mike Thiessen, is one of the leaders. But year after year and season after season, boy, they run it to perfection.
So Daniels and the Falcons have the lead. Rodriguez on for the extra point. And it is perfect. So Air Force 2 possessions and 2 scores. Zeke Daniels having a heck of a start tonight on the road. Early second quarter, Air Force on top by 7. (14-7) Air Force on top. Continuing our conversation with the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference, Craig Thompson, and look at what the conference has done. We saw last week, of course, Boise State going to BYU, winning there. Fresno State won at UCLA earlier in the season. So some significant wins for the Mountain West outside of conference play this season. Right?
Yeah, and again, a credit to our coaches and our athletic directors. We really line up and play some schedules and have success. And September really makes our mark nationally.
Cobbs with a return. Stephon Cobbs has a crease up the middle, and he is stacked up. Flags come in late, shy of the 35-yard line. How did you handle, with all the conference discussion and teams moving, the Big 12 is going to have a new look here in the coming years. How did you handle that, protecting your current flock of Mountain West teams while all that was going on?
Well, twofold, Corey. It's really communication and staying involved with the board and the athletic directors, but also getting the numbers, statistics, and the real truth out there. There's a lot of falsehoods that are passed around, and people have a lot of hyperbole, but what we tried to do was stick with the facts and prove our points.
So penalty on Boise State. And that will kind of negate some of that good return there from Stephon Cobbs. So now the 3rd drive tonight for Boise State, an offense trailing 14-7 early on in the second quarter.
Daniels getting some love and maybe a little ice on the sideline right now.
Daquan Tyler, just his 2nd game of the season as the tailback to Bachmeier's right. There's Bachmeier throwing, and there's Shakir, makes a great move move and a first down across the 40-yard line. And Craig, this conference has great teams, also great players, including number 2 for Boise State.
Boy, he's something, and they've had some really good receivers up here the last couple of years. He's had a phenomenal career in a very short period of time here.
No doubt. Little short post, good timing and rhythm there by Hank Bachmeier, getting it to Shakir.
And here's Tyler, and he'll try the right side, and that will go for virtually no gain. Hey, Craig, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Have a great night, and good luck with your travels.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Wonderful partnership with Fox. Thank you for being here.
It's our pleasure.
Great
Thank you for stopping by, and we thank the commissioner for the Mountain West Conference, Craig Thompson, for joining us here in the second quarter from Albertsons Stadium.
This is where you look up if you're Hank Bachmeier, and we talked about it. 13 minutes left in the second quarter. Just operate. Don't try to win the game on this next throw. Just execute. Do your deal. Try to take it the long road. Look at Air Force. They're going to make him earn it. 2 high safeties.
On second down and 10, Bachmeier back in the air, and that is caught across midfield and still fighting near the line to gain. And that's going to be right at the marker. That was Octavius Evans.
Yeah, a little RPO here, and Bachmeier is statistically one of the most heavily hit guys in the country. Here's a little RPO. He sees the quick out, unaccounted for good execution.
And Tyler up the middle. And he was stuffed for maybe 1 by Mock and company, along with Vince Sanford, leading tackler on this Air Force defense. So Taquan Tyler, redshirt sophomore tailback, had just 1 game this season before tonight. That was against UTEP in week 2.
Yeah, all the coaches were excited to see this guy go. They just, they said they won't skip a beat as far as schematically or protection-wise, which is always an issue with the backup tailbacks.
Bachmeier with time over the middle, caught. First down inside the 40-yard line. That's Billy Bowens with his 7th reception this season as the Broncos are going fast.
Watch out for tricks.
It's Tyler on the ground, right side, his best run tonight. First down inside the 25-yard line. There's the speed that the coaching staff likes and what Tyler brings to this offense.
And they love it. 5'9", 210. Watch the low center of gravity. Press it, press it, press it. Feels it, bounces into the open field. First down.
Gain of 14. And there's Cobbs. Has to cut back inside, and he is met by Camby Goff, linebacker.
Perfectly described by you. Cut it back to no help, right? Your help, your guys are blocking to the outside. He has to trust them there. You can set it up, almost run that like the great returner that he is, set it up and get back outside, but there's 9 unblocked dudes back inside.
Gain 4th catch tonight for Cobbs. Van Buren now back into tailback. Shuffle the defense to front. On second down, Bachmeier rolls, and that's off the fingertips of Van Buren. 3rd down.
Yeah, good spot, and again, good decision by Bachmeier. Went through his progression, nothing was there. Van Buren was the right decision, put it in a good spot. Just got to make that play for your quarterback.
Van Buren's caught 3 passes this season before tonight. So on 3rd down, 9th play of the drive, Bachmeier rolls, throws, and down near the blue turf. That's going to be a clean catch at the 11-yard line. First down for Khalil Shakir.
A little, we used to call this a swab route, a little switch comeback. He's going to run to the outside. That's the switch part of it. Come outside and then run a comeback. Get to your depth, run out of it. Good timing by Bachmeier.
Gain of 12. 2nd catch tonight for the senior. Broncos on the move, down 7. The left side, Van Buren into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. Now we saw the speed from Tyler and now the power from Van Buren. And the Broncos answer back.
No doubt, the big man, 240. Good job getting him started. He says, all right, I got the unblocked guy. How about a handful? Touchdown, 6'1", 240. Touchdown.
6th rushing score this season for the senior from West Hills, California. So Andy Avalos and the Broncos answered back. And Dalmas with the extra point. It is up and good, and we are back even at 14. Andrew Van Buren starting tailback tonight with some depleted backs out for the Broncos. The stiff arm, the power, the end zone, all even in Boise.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
14-14, early second quarter, and yeah, we're joining in too right now.
Not going to shimmy?
Right?
No, oh, yes.
Much like the weekend at Burns.
Minneapolis shuffle.
Yeah, right there. That's exactly what they call it too. And we're having fun here tonight too on a beautiful night.
Beautiful night.
Boise, all
Chamber of Commerce night.
13. Yeah, it really is. And no return for the Falcons, so Air Force will have it from its own 25-yard line. Tomorrow on Fox, it's one of the oldest robberies in the NFL as Aaron Rodgers and the Packers take on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears for control of the NFC North or other regional action. Check local listings for the game in your area. Only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. How about the Cardinals undefeated and got a new tight end this week as well?
Yeah, they did. I hope my twins separated at birth, Cliff Kingsbury's doing well. Wish him all the best.
Tested positive for COVID, so he will not coach for the undefeated Cardinals tomorrow. Third drive of the night for the Falcons, and Roberts picks up 2. So far for Air Force, they've had the ball twice and 2 Air Force-esque possessions. Long drives leading to the ground game and 2 scores.
That's a great adjective, Air Force-esque. 10 plays, 76 yards, 7.6 a pop. Finishing with touchdowns. Boise State a great job responding with the Air Force-esque 10-play drive or 14-play drive with fewer time elapsed.
All the scoring drives as Daniels lost his footing. He was trying to get the option going, then he lost his footing on the blue turf. No gain, third down. But all the drives so far tonight, not just for Air Force, but Boise State, they've been 10 plays or more and chewing up at least 75 yards.
Yeah, Boise State will be ecstatic with how Hank Bachmeier's executing, and that's a tackle for loss by your friendly fire by the dive back there. And 3rd and 8 in Air Force language is about 3rd and 19. It's a conversion.
See, 3 of 5 tonight. Daniels, will he throw for the 3rd time? He will, and he throws a dart, and that's Lewis down the sideline. Lewis is going to be shoved out near the 15-yard line. On 3rd and long, Daniels with a perfect pass to Lewis, setting up the Falcons 1st and 10.
Well, he took offense to my 3rd and 19 there. Watch him set his feet and just throw an absolute laser. They went back to a similar kind of skinny post coming off the backside. They missed him the last time. Perfect spot. Lewis in stride. And they are in business.
59-yard completion to Brandon Lewis. Well, that had a great game against Boise State despite the loss last year. Now Roberts, as he's upended inside the 10. And down by Skinner, gain of 5 for Roberts.
Just again, the bread and butter, if you're watching this on, watch from guard to guard. Guard, center, guard of this Air Force offense is playing on the, if they're playing on the Boise State side of the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long night for the Bronco fans.
Roberts comes out, Omar Fatah checks back in 44, right behind Daniels, who comes under center. On 2nd down, Daniels option, cut back lane, and he is smothered shy of the 5, picked up about 3. Washington in on the stop. And the Boise State front line without 94, Jackson Cravens tonight, he is out. Washington and Bania started tonight at the ends. Shane Irwin is still back for Boise State, still limited after missing the Nevada game 2 weeks ago. Played last week. His reps will go up a bit more tonight.
Yeah, they got the numbers to the left side here. It'll be interesting if they check it. Boise State trying to get realigned.
On 3rd and 2, it's Roberts up the middle. And we'll see where they spot him. DJ Schramm made the tackle. And he'll pick up the first down. 1st and goal.
Looks like just enough. Yep. And Air Force, this is 4-down territory right here for the Falcons. So this is where a first down play action pass is something that they could employ. They hit the little slide routes.
Air Force already tonight has rushed it for 148 yards. On 1st and goal. This one towards the goal line and just shy. Daniels brought down by Michael Callahan, who started in place of Cravens tonight. Just short 2nd and goal.
Yeah, no doubt, just short. Boise State bringing in the heavy defenders, goal line defense. Watch the interior backside cut. That's a little high-low right there. That should have been penalized as that nose tackle is engaged on the center. You can't touch him below the waist if you're somebody else. Alert, QB sneak.
8th play of the drive. It's Roberts, the right side, towards the goal line. He's in. Touchdown. Air Force. 2nd rushing score tonight for Roberts, and Air Force is back on top.
They will certainly take a look at this, but watch the right side again in the offensive line. Roberts in there adding to the blocking scheme, and he looked like it's going to be close. Wimpy there trying to finish him off. He was right at the plane.
So Roberts with his 2nd rushing score tonight. And Andy Avalos wondering if that one will be looked at to confirm, but
they do. They look at all the scores, and right there, the officials back off to chop it. It's been confirmed.
So here is Anthony Rodriguez. Took over the place kicking duties earlier this season from Matthew DePore. And Rodriguez is now 3 for 3 on point after tries tonight. So the Falcons are back on top. They score on the ground, but this pass play on 3rd and long, 59 yards. Daniels to Lewis set it up. Air Force back on top. 2nd quarter. Timeout. Well, combined so far tonight, 6 possessions, 5 touchdowns, and Brad Roberts with 2 rushing scores, and the Falcons are back on top, 21-14. Another long drive for Troy Calhoun and the Falcons. 8 plays, 75 yards. Took under just 4 minutes, but
that's a quick strike. A quick strike.
Quick strike, yeah, for the Falcons. It certainly is. Pass play to Lewis set that up. Cobbs hoping for a chance to return this one. This one angles a bit, and here comes Cobbs from the 5. Nice return for Cobbs. And he's not down yet. So kicking into the wind a little bit, and Stephon Cobbs with a nice return, a 32-yard return. So Boise State will have the ball when we come back. Khalil Shakir and the Bronco offense back on the field, down 7 when we return. Will Khalil Shakir add to his highlight reel tonight? How about UTEP? Earlier this season, that was pretty. Nevada, this one wasn't bad either. And even late last week, late in Provo, how about that one? Pulling it down 2 hands. 2 hands. So as we kind of look at it now, still frame. 1, 2, and 3. UTEP, Nevada, BYU. What's number 1, Mark Helfrich?
I think you got to go middle. Obviously, on the left, you got 1 hand, 1 defender. On the right, it was 2 hands, 2 defender. In the middle, 1 hand, 2 defenders.
There's Van Buren up the middle. Nice run. For about 6. Brought down by Mock. Well, Khalil Shakir, senior. You look at where he ranks in the conference, and those numbers aside, Troy Calhoun told us this week he believes that he is the best wide receiver in the Mountain West Conference.
And everybody else believes that too. Constantly double teamed. We saw on the first Boise State touchdown. Everybody is aware of where number 2 is.
Meyer 10 of 13 throwing with a touchdown here tonight on 2nd down and 4. He'll throw again. Nice throw on a slant. And a first down catch inside the 45-yard line by the aforementioned Shakir. His 3rd catch here tonight.
On cue for us. Shakir, this is a body catch. Not going to do anything fancy, do the dirty work. Good location by Hank Bachmeier. That wasn't a body catch. It was a full extension, two-hander.
Broncos stay with the tempo as Bachmeier being chased, rolls and throws and nowhere to go. The tempo that Boise State is playing with tonight, did you think that would be part of the game plan tonight?
It is, absolutely. Air Force is really smart, but you can almost use that against them. Play fast, get lined up quickly. They try to identify, okay, hey, where's Shakir? Is he 4 degrees off this, right? These guys they're really smart guys. And as you process that, you're not playing fast. They've done a good job. Look at them line up right here. The safeties are way off. They're making Bachmeier be patient. Boise State just has to keep doing this little dink and dunk and occasional keep them honest in the run game.
On 2nd down and 10. Bachmeier all day. Deep shot down the sideline. And that is incomplete. Intended for Shakir. Coverage from Trey Taylor. So 3rd down. But getting back to not just the tempo with Boise State, but in terms of personnel, the Falcons don't sub too often, do they?
Exactly, and here's a perfect look at it. You got Shakir on a safety.
Offense, number 68. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still 2nd down.
So there's a holding penalty called on Boise State.
100%.
2nd down and move. That will move the Broncos back inside their own territory.
100% of the ball is thrown out of bounds. Incomplete. Copernicus.
Yes. Deep thought there. See that 2 teams that don't get flagged too often. On 2nd down and long. Bachmeier throws. That's caught. The flag comes in again behind the play. That's in the area of holding. It's caught near the 40-yard line, but let's wait on this call too. This might pin Boise State back even more.
It is a hold. Also possible late hit on Bachmeier.
Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. It's still 2nd down.
Suji is flagged for his 2nd penalty tonight. So back-to-back holds, and this really is going to push Boise State back even deeper.
Yeah, watch it. Right tackle, 77. On the right side of your screen. That must have been a little earlier than that. I don't think that last part would have been a hold. And that definitely was not a low hit on Hank Bachmeier. Good no call right there.
Only 5 penalties. Andy Avalos and Boise State. So 2nd down and 30. Pressure coming. Bachmeier throws, and that's incomplete. Intended for Van Buren. Took a big hit across the 35-yard line by Alec Mock. And good to see Van Buren pop up to his feet.
Yeah, Mock, 6'3", 230. Good job keeping his head out of it as he comes into this big collision. You can still play physically, play clean, stay in the game, keep your head out of it. And Van Buren takes a shot.
So on 3rd and 30. First down markers all the way back at the Air Force 34-yard line. So it's a draw, Van Buren, and so 4th and long. So the penalties really stalled that drive that Boise State had going. But Shakir and the Broncos offense comes out as Avalos will send in the punting unit as the Falcons will get the ball back.
Yeah, just very uncharacteristic penalties, as you alluded to. You can't do anything on 3rd and Ada County. It's where we are, Ada County. As you know, you're a local.
Yeah. Micah Davis back to receive the punt. Joel Velasquez has done a great job in this area. High punt and a fair catch hauled in by Davis near the 20-yard line. A 43-yard punt. So we will see the Falcons on offense. And in case you're wondering, how about a day in the life of a cadet? And we focus on Corvin Taylor, safety on defense for the Falcons. And look at this day.
I'd be tired typing this, like just typing the schedule. What did you get in space chemistry?
Yes, I got a yes, but
I got I had M4 military
M4,
period. I never got to M5.
Amazing.
It's so awesome. These guys are just unbelievable guys, future officers in a great service branch.
Daniels makes a nice cut, and he's brought down about 1.5 yards shy of the first down.
Just going to ask you what I think they're going to do here in a virtual 2-minute situation here for Air Force. 3.5. You still have 2 timeouts if you're Air Force. They had to take that one early. They start off with a pass. Daniels, good job. Nothing open downfield. Make it a positive play.
Number 2, Air Force will get the ball first to begin the second half. Remember, Boise State won the toss and took it first and scored.
Yeah, look at this like holding serve in tennis. You got to score if you're Boise State and respond to that previous drive. Any points by Air Force, that puts them ahead of break.
Second down, here's the option toss to Davis, and Davis has a first down near the 40-yard line. Gain of 11 for Davis on the option flip.
See again, Skinner, J.L. Skinner running sideline to sideline, showing his speed, being the last line of defense. Coach, go ahead.
I was going to say, Andy Oblos talked this week about, we break down the 3 wins, 3 losses for Boise State this season. The middle 8, vital. The last 4 minutes of the second quarter, first 4 of the third quarter, that is where he believes his team can either win or lose, and has either won or lost so far this season. On first down, it's Roberts. Boise State has all 3 timeouts. The second down. And the Broncos will now take a timeout here after a gain of 2. And depending on this play, then potentially use a timeout, or are they letting too much time tick off the clock now?
No, you don't want to do that at this point. If you've got them in a 3rd and long situation for Air Force, we saw Hazik Daniels answer big time on that last 3rd down through a laser.
And second down and 8. And it's Roberts across the 45, brought down by Riley Wimpy. So 3rd down coming up. State Farm halftime show. Recapping a wonderful, dramatic day in college football. So stay tuned with the State Farm halftime show coming up in just a bit.
At the 46.
Yeah, I think take a look at Coach Calhoun here. He's going to probably use a timeout. Work this all the way down. Play clock's under 10 and they haven't broken the huddle, so he's probably going to take a timeout here.
So Calhoun will call his timeout. So the Falcons will have 1 remaining.
This is a 30-second timeout. 30
on
seconds.
3rd and 5. Well, Monday, the American League Championship Series shifts to Fenway Park for a pivotal Game 3 between the Astros and the Red Sox. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, only at FS1 and the Fox Sports app. The Red Sox came out getting grand slam after grand slam today at Minute Maid Park. And Game 3 coming up from Fenway.
You should just do that
Monday.
more often. Just back-to-back grand slam. Just take care of the drama.
Kike Hernandez won a championship with the Dodgers, signed a 2-year deal as a free agent with the Red Sox, and boy, has he been amazing in his postseason so far for Boston.
It's be interesting here how Troy Calhoun plays this. Typically, teams, right, obviously 1,000,000% trying to get the first down. They would be elated if they win it at halftime, 21-14, ended it. So see how they play this situation.
Daniels has thrown it 3 times. He's completed once, and now he's in trouble. Lost his footing, and down he goes. Scott Robert Matlock got in the backfield, haven't called number 99's name too much tonight. So 4th down, and Boise State will not use a timeout.
Yeah, it was quarterback draw all the way, and Matlock just beat him to the punch. You got to account for that guy. If you're the first level, that time it was Pagley along the center, 68. Matlock, I think he's honoring Air Force right there with that salute, I'm pretty sure.
And now Boise State did call a timeout, Mark, so
Absolutely.
they do use its first timeout with 35 seconds to go.
With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock.
Well, it's easier looking back in hindsight here, but with the way that Boise State has been going up-tempo, the success they've had throwing the ball quickly, should they have used a timeout earlier to save themselves some time, or is that easier said now?
Not if it was third and 5.
Okay.
If it was 3rd and 8 plus.
Well, it was second down and 8, right? It was second down and 8.
Right, 2nd and 8, and then turned it to 3rd and 5.
Yeah.
Could have been 3rd and 3. See if they come after him or try to set up a return for Shakir.
First punt tonight for Charles Bryan. Shakir is back. So wobbles and bounces inside the 20 and takes a friendly Falcon roll down near the 11. There are some flags on the field. It's a 49-yard punt for now. It's a flag all the way back at the 40-yard line.
Illegal formation. On the offense, there were 5 players in the backfield at the snap. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the return.
The first Air Force penalty tonight.
Yeah, that is rare. Coach Calhoun intimately involved in special teams. He's asking about it.
Correction. Boise is elected to take the 5-yard penalty and re-kick.
Re-kick. Yep.
I was just gonna ask you if Boise State could do that.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Force decline the penalty and force.
And that time they brought the house. Shakir was on an island there. Everybody went for it. Didn't really get close. So now do they set up a different block that they like or try to load up a return for the electric Shakir? One thing the officials have to see here is how many guys are in the shield part of this of Air Force. The shield are those guys back by the punter. There's 2 offensive linemen. They aren't going to tackle Shakir. There's only 2 back there. This is the same formation they were in, which is legal. There's only 4 in the backfield. I think they miscounted the number in the shield on that last play.
And before tonight, Shakir has only had a chance to return 5 punts all season, averaging about 15 yards per return. Over the win, Shakir from the 25. And Shakir is wrestled down across the 35-yard line. So Boise State will have it down 7 with 2 timeouts and 22 seconds to go until halftime.
Yeah, try to set up their playmaker on a punt return there. That's one thing as the special teams coordinator for Boise State. You're looking at, all right, there's 2 offensive linemen on the field. There's a punter on the field. They're not tackling Shakir. There's a long snapper. He's probably not tackling him. You can load up the blocking on those other guys. Great coverage by Air Force.
5th possession coming up for Bachmeier and the Broncos tonight. 2 punts, 2 scores. Bachmeier 11 out of 16.
There's that thing we talked about, patiently explosive. 29 plays, 29 Bronco plays, about half, a little bit more than half of normal.
Falcons bring pressure. Bachmeier took a hit, but throws. That's caught. And out of bounds across the 40-yard line, Van Buren. As Bachmeier got hit.
Yeah, Bachmeier took a shot at Joku, also back in the backfield. This might have been another low shot. Let's see where this is. No, that's a clean hit.
From Herrera.
And then he rolls up on a Juco. Juco, good to see him up. This 4-man rush has been tough on Hank Bachmeier.
Juku tonight starting his 24th consecutive game as the Boise State line has moved around. Not him at left tackle. That's caught. Cobbs, first down. Clock will stop temporarily. It is a first down after a gain of 12. As we have a flag on the field back of the 49. Boise State has been flagged 5 times tonight. Air Force 1, and that reaction says this is coming back.
Pass interference. Offense, number 3. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still second down.
It's the tight end, Riley Smith, and we talked about him earlier on the telecast.
Yeah, I said he's their overall best tight end. Doesn't do anything great. I think that penalty was on Stephon Cobbs by his reaction.
And Cobbs, he reacted in a way that, yeah, it's me. Meanwhile, Smith is like, that's on me? What did I do?
Yeah, the officials back here talking to each other, making sure the number's right. There's 5 at the top of your screen. That's 3 ran through the guy. He's got to be a little bit craftier there if you're the tight end on the. It's a rub. It's not a pick. It's a rub. Accidental rub if you're an offensive homer.
That's caught near the 35-yard line, but that'll be the final play. Incomplete. Beg your pardon. Incomplete. That'll be the final play. As Cobbs limping around a little bit. It was a catch, but that'll be the final play of the first half. So Air Force will head to the locker room on top by 7. That's the end of the first half with a score. Air Force 21 and Boise State 14. The State Farm halftime show is coming up after the break. You know you're in Boise when you see the Black Lab blitz. Sprint out and grab the tee. 21-14 Air Force at the break. The second half is coming up next on FS1. Here in Boise, 21-14. Falcons on top, and Air Force will get the ball first to begin the second half as we welcome you back to Albertsons Stadium alongside Mark Helfrich. I'm Corey Provis. Have a good time tonight. Entertaining game, 21-14. The game you thought, is that what we saw here the first half?
It really has, from what we talked about, both offenses kind of against both defenses' weak points. Boise State offensive being able to throw the ball really well. Air Force able to run the ball. The biggest concern for Boise State is keeping Hank Bachmeier in this position. Upright. They've had too much pressure with a 4-man rush. Shakir on a short one. Shakir on another short one. And then the touchdown to Cobbs. And then no turnovers. Anthony Kiedis said, give it away, give it away. They've got to take it away. Take it away. Here's Air Force. There's the pitch element of the triple option. A bunch of last man J.L. Skinner tackles by Boise State. There's the dive for one of the 2 touchdowns. And here's the quarterback keeper. So seeing all 3 elements of that Air Force ground attack.
It looked like for a moment there early on that Boise did force a turnover. Remember on the lateral that was deemed to be a forward pass, negated a fumble recovery by the Broncos early in the game. Diabolos and Boise State, they have dropped 2 straight at home. Last time that happened was 2015. As Micah Davis and the Falcons will get the ball to begin the second half. 21-14. 10th meeting, and now they got to squib it up the middle, and this is pounced down by the Falcons. Back near the 40-yard line. Let's take a look at tonight's team comparison, sponsored by Credible.com.
Yeah, as we said, kind of an offensive showcase on both sides. Inverted statistics. Air Force running the ball against, to this point, not a really stout Boise State defense. And then Boise State taking advantage of space, of tempo, of athleticism. And then those penalties came up large on Boise State's negated drive.
Zeke Daniels, one of 3 59 yards passing of the year. He rushed for 70 yards and a touchdown. As the Falcons start from near their own 40. It's an option. It's Daniels cutting back. He kept it and stretches out near the 43-yard line. Now, last week, Daniels and company against Wyoming, second half, it was about passing.
Yeah, they went air raid. That's air raid for Air Force.
Well, there's an injured Bronco on the field back inside the 40-yard line.
Are they looking?
And that's Michael Callahan, who started tonight in place of Jackson Cravens, who did not play, who's out tonight with an injury.
Yeah, these guys are beat up front. We don't want to see anybody on any team, but certainly the depleted front with Shane, Irwin, Cravens, both limited.
Callahan able to walk off on his own. Richard, sophomore from Yorba Linda, California.
Got to give Caden Bloom some props there on that surprise onside-ish there, the big tight end. It's something you talk about all the time, but you got to execute it on the receiving end. He did a nice job.
91, Ahmad Hassanin comes in with Callahan going out on the Boise State front. So Daniels after a gain of 4, second down and 6. Option to the right side. Here's the toss. And that was stretched out well by the Broncos. Dane Kinnaman on the toss, but there is J.L. Skinner making the stop, the junior from San Diego.
Tyreek Jones makes this play without making the play. Watch 21 in blue come up and force it on the edge. Right back to his guy, Skinner.
Almost pushed Jordan Guidry back.
Absolutely, yeah.
Air Force strong on third down in the first half. On 3rd and 7, incomplete pass at the 47-yard line, intended for Lewis. So Daniels and the Falcons got the ball first. It leads to nothing, and here comes the punting unit as the Broncos will get the ball for the first time here in the second half.
Jose Daniels just kind of rushes this again, just out of rhythm with his feet. First thing you watch just kind of frantic on top, moving away from his throw, and dirts it. He's thrown away from Noah 7, dropping back into coverage.
Shakir back. And Shakir from the 16-yard line. There's a flag back at the 30-yard line as the punter, Charles Bine, he got hit.
It was on the plant leg. It was a little bit late. This is the debate they're having right here. Is it 5 or is it 15?
It was a 4th and 7. Remember, 4th and 7.
Normally, if there's contact like that to the plant leg, it's 15, but this is going to be 5 because he kind of bounced into him. I guess would be the only thing he would say there. Wasn't direct contact. He's asking the wrong coach here. Coach Avalos, he just declined that. Now he's asking Coach Kelly. Can either do this from the previous spot or add it to the end of the catch spot of wherever Shakir caught it. Looks like they're going to do that.
Running into the kicker. On the defense, that 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the return. First down.
So first down for Boise State.
That's kind of the first little mini break that they get away with. That wasn't the 15-yard penalty.
Is declined. It's still first down.
Correction, I was wrong. Coming from Dean at LA, they cannot add it on to the end. So decline it or re-kick. They like their spot here at the 17-yard line.
So here's Bachmeier as Medlock and Avalos. And a chat on that sideline. And here come the Broncos and Van Buren. Tries that left side and picks up a couple. If you missed it earlier, Boise State down their top 2 running backs tonight. George Holani is out. Cyrus Habibi Likio is also out. And now Van Buren, he has to jog off. See the key and active players for the Broncos here tonight. Thin in the backfield and also the defensive backfield.
Yeah, a ton of guys. They're 3 best corners out for the year. And now they're 3 running backs.
Goes low to Shakir, incomplete. Vince Sanford, 26. He was among those pressuring Bachmeier So 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, set up 3rd and 8. The biggest concern, if you're a Boise State fan, is the ability of Air Force to get pressure on Bachmeier in a 4-man rush and play coverage in these situations. They've shown pressure early in the second half, and they've still only brought 4. They're showing a different look that they have in the first half right now.
So for the Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Week on 3rd down and 8. Bachmeier time, and that's dropped by Octavius Evans. So 4th down, Evans was there. There was pressure coming behind the wide receiver, but could not haul it in, and now the Broncos will punt.
Yeah, it looked like he put this in a good spot here. No pressure on the passer this time. He finds Evans. Looks like Evans just, you can see him taking his eyes off, as you said, feeling the underneath coverage in the heat from Camby Goff 11.
Velasquez with the punt. Davis with a fair catch.
Davis takes the fair catch.
So both defenses making stops here early 3rd quarter. 21-14 Falcons ball when we come back on FS1. Well, on Tuesday, we sadly lost one of the best statisticians in sports broadcasting history. Aaron A.C. Charlton won 4 Emmy Awards, worked on 50 World Series games and 2 Super Bowls. The former Giants farmhand is survived by his wife, Errol, his son, Aiden, and his daughter, Ava. Our thoughts and prayers are certainly with his family here tonight. (21-14) Air Force with its 2nd possession here in the second half. Daniels again slow to get up. Air Force 5 possessions before this drive. First 3 possessions touchdowns, last 2 possessions punts.
Yeah, both defenses have made adjustments. Air Force brought their first pressure of the night, really. 5-man pressure that was effective there. Boise State is making some front changes, and that picture right there is one of the best things that Daniels does, and every great Air Force quarterback. Kind of when things are ugly, just get 3. Just get us to 2nd and 7. Get us any kind of positive. Well done.
Play action. Daniels throws, and Davis nearly pulled it in with one hand. Tyreek Jones into the coverage. Senior safety. It'll be 3rd down. To your point, though, about Air Force and getting 3 yards, that's what Troy Calhoun says. That's the goal. Ideally, 3 yards and 1st down. If that happens, that's a win.
Absolutely, and they took a shot, a little chunk play. Basically, a little double move, a little tug, but a good recovery in coverage there by Tyreek Jones. That's why when they take those shot plays, it's usually open and effective. Good stop there by Boise.
Daniels now 1 of 5 passing on 3rd down. Daniels up the middle, and the Broncos were ready for that. Hassanin, 91, mentioned his name, came in to make the play. Callahan was nicked up on the last drive, so the depth being tested right now, but Boise State responding.
Yeah, great job up front. Good call by Spencer Danielson, defensive coordinator. A little line game into that quarterback draw, anticipating it. They are way down the depth chart to get to Hassanin. Making the most of his opportunities.
Certainly is. Punt here for Vine. And a short punt. And no return, and this one will be down at the 33-yard line. So we're seeing some defense here in this second half, and the Broncos have held up strong twice. Boise State ball when we come back.
Coming out of Crown Jewel, who will triumph as Universal Champion as the new era of SmackDown begins. It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
21-14. Air Force on top. Boise State defense. Ahmad Hassanin stepping in for Michael Callahan. Made a big stop there. There's the quick flip to Shakir, and Shakir across the 40-yard line. Brought down by Taylor and Bud.
Nice usage again by offensive coordinator Tim Plow. Get your best guy the ball. How do you force feed your best guy the ball? It's a jet sweep. They put him in the Wildcat. They've thrown him some RPOs. Quick slants. Got to keep feeding him the rock.
After a gain of 7. With the pistol, Van Buren back in. Here is Van Buren, and he is met near the line of scrimmage by Mock. He'll be short, 3rd down and about 1 upcoming for Boise State.
Yeah, Mock and Meeks have done a great job inside. Huge challenge right here. 3rd and a yard here for Boise State. Air Force loving this challenge.
There's Tim Plow, 36 years old, first-year offensive coordinator. Short yardage. Van Buren's been the guy for Boise State. On 3rd and 1. They flip it to him on the outside. Van Buren 1st down across the 45-yard line. So as the Falcons loaded up the box, Boise State flips it to the outside, and Van Buren picks up the 1st down.
Great description. I bet this was a kill where the quarterback was either going to run a quarterback sneak. Watch both linebackers 38-40 in the A gaps right there. Check out of it. Again, flip it on the perimeter, as you said, away from the numbers. Air Force just got a little option on, a little option pitch execution on 3rd and 1.
Shakir is open. Shakir inside the 20 and dragged down inside the 10. The ball came out, and it did go out of bounds. So Shakir, 44 yards. There is a flag. But Bachmeier to Shakir, and a 44-yard play pending the call.
An eligible player downfield on the offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still 1st down.
Center Will Farah, and that's a costly penalty on Andy Avalos and the Broncos.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that to see Will Farah is. Great job with the hard sell play action. Take a look at the center. 75. He's at the line of scrimmage, Gosh, that's tough to swallow. Trey Bug, 8. The play fake right there. 3 opened up Shakir. Huge play called back.
So instead of a 44-yard play, it's the 7th Boise State penalty tonight.
And that wasn't an RPO. That wasn't one of the ones where the center's trying to, actually block the play, trying to simulate it.
There was a fumble that went forward and out of bounds. Therefore, the ball still belongs to Boise. However, the penalty will still be enforced from the previous spot. 1st down.
Just clarifying that for the crowd, but obviously the penalty not widely accepted here in Albertsons Stadium. Nay, Broncos Stadium.
Broncos averaging before tonight fewer than 5 penalties per game, already 7. And not yet midway through quarter number 3. Ball back near the 42-yard line.
It's another on Farah, I think. He flinched there when just a little illegal snap. And the line movement.
False start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
So it's an offensive line that was making progress, right? This is the 3rd straight game where the Broncos have had the same group up front. But is that group taking a step backwards tonight?
No, I don't think so. It's just, unfortunately, back-to-back penalties by your leader, and that's tough as the center. Those guys are moving, but their defense does that all the time. That's something they should be used to.
So it's a 1st and 20. That's Van Buren. As he has stood up near the 43-yard line. Gain of 6 for the senior from West Hills, California.
Good to see him back in there for himself and this Bronco attack. Air Force, meanwhile, very happy to play 2nd and 14.
Boise State made progress running the ball last week, still averaging only 86 yards per game on the ground, dead last in the conference tonight. Boise State 75 yards of rushing offense. Here comes pressure, blitz picked up, and that's caught across midfield by Tyneil Hopper, the tight end. First time we called his name tonight.
Nice job by Van Buren here, picking up the pressure on the backside. Great location there by Bachmeier, throwing to that inside number of Hopper. They really like his ability to block at the line of scrimmage, showing a little athleticism right there, and power. Requiring a lot of Falcons to get him down.
Fifth catch this season for Hopper. Boise State has not received much in terms of the passing game from their tight ends. Now a 3rd and 3. Van Buren will have the first down. So a nice job by Boise State. After all the penalties, they pick up a first down and keep this drive moving down 7.
Yeah, great job execution-wise. 1st and 20, Stadium against you a little bit, it feels like. Good job by Van Buren cutting it back with power, with pad level, being physical on the 3rd level of that Air Force secondary.
So Daniels a spectator right now. His defense stays in the field. So now Van Buren comes out. Tyler Crow, a former walk-on, is now in a tailback. Played the ball twice against BYU last week. And they fake it to him. And there's Shakir on the same play. And Shakir is out of bounds near the 15-yard line. And a flag comes in late. And that can be Goff. Number 11 might have hit him too late.
Yeah, that's a frustration penalty, I think, there by Air Force. You don't see that very often. The same exact play. You'll see Shakir come in motion. Trey Bugg eating the hard sell play action pass right there. Number 3 beats him across. And just a late shove, clearly out of bounds into the bumper cars. Good job by Tim Plow there.
After the play was over, personal foul. Defense, number 11, with a late hit out of bounds. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
And so going back to that, very smart, dressed it up just a slightly different motion. I bet they'll come back to that again.
Yeah, it was the same play that went for 44 that was called back as Farrell was ruled too far downfield. This one for 29. So Van Buren back in now at tailback. It's 1st and goal for the Broncos. Down 7. Van Buren looking for a cutback lane. And he'll stretch near the 5.
Yeah, sometimes right there you just want 240 to be 240, hit the A-gap and hammer it. It was smart of him. It was wadded up when he bounced it on the previous 3rd down conversion, but right there, take it up inside and get a couple more hard yards.
There's the tight end Smith in motion on 2nd and goal. Bachmeier will throw towards the back of the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Hopper, the tight end. 3rd down.
That's a good location by Bachmeier. That's a high spot. That's where you want to miss if you can't throw it to Hopper. He was initially trying to throw to Octavius Evans, running a little isolation route up top. Then he had a chance, it looked like to me, on Shakir, but that's right where he got pressured, and then just put it a safe spot to Tyneil Hopper.
On 3rd and goal.
Man rush, here's zoning it out by this Air Force defense.
Play clock getting late. Van Buren short. Brought down inside the 2 by Goff. So 4th and goal coming up. Coach Helfrich, what do you do here? Down 7 at home in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Got to score a touchdown sometime. Might as well do it right here. If not, you got them backed up. Playing a lot better on defense.
And the offense stay on the field for now, and Bachmeier asking the students to
bring in the big
quiet.
boys.
11th play of the drive. Play clock getting late.
Yeah,
Boise.
that communication just takes that much longer. You substitute big guys in.
Timeout on the field.
They'll take a timeout and talk
so
about it.
will we. 4th and goal when we come back. So 4th and goal following the Boise State timeout from just inside the 2-yard line. And the Avalos and the Broncos with a 4th and goal upcoming here. Coach Helfrich.
Yeah, that's a tough one. They had a play that they loved, right? That they substituted in late. They had the big boy Scott Matlock in, and now they're running a little bit more of a conventional personnel group. Air Force matching it. They have time to match it. The officials will make them wait.
Hopper and Van Buren in the backfield, and now Bachmeier. They face to take the toss. Looking back, in trouble. Bachmeier takes a hit, and he is short. Alec Mock lowered the boom on Bachmeier, and the Falcons make a huge stop on 4th and goal.
Will stop short of the goal line. Ball is turned over on downs. First down, Air Force.
So Boise State had converted 15 straight trips inside the red zone. That run ends as the Falcons make a stop on 4th and goal. Bachmeier ran out of time and then found the body of Mock. Falcons ball when we come back.
All right, back in Boise, these are the hard ones to answer the next day. Boise State had 10 guys on the field on that last play. You got to burn another timeout if you're going to go for a 4th down. They had one play they didn't like, burn the timeout. That's tough.
Only 10 on the field on that 4th and goal from the 2. And the Falcons get it back. And it's Roberts a little bit more room as he surges across the 5-yard line, going back to the 4th and goal a moment ago.
Yeah, you just don't know. The other guy probably supposed to be in a bunch formation to add to this route. This is kind of a common little movement. They were trying to throw a delay all the way back to Tyneil Hopper. That was eaten up by Air Force. But the bigger issue there is obviously just having 10 dudes on the field.
So Roberts picked up 4. In across the field, but Roberts took about 2 or 3 shots and refused to go down. That big, strong body, 5'11", 205, picks up 20.
Body blow, body blow, body blow. We'll see what this penalty is, but this is where they just add up. Brad Roberts just ping-ponging his way through there. Physical.
Personal foul. Targeting. Defense, number 0. 15-yard penalty for the end of the run. Automatic first down. Previous play is under further review.
That's on J.L. Skinner. He was ejected or disqualified from last week's game because of targeting.
Yeah, he's been involved in a lot of these, and unfortunately, rightfully so. We'll take a look at this one and see how this turns out. A huge answer, big-time run there by Roberts to get off the shadow of their goal post. But here's 0 coming to your window right there.
There's contact with the helmet. Let's bring in Dean Blandino from Los Angeles. And Dean, targeting has been whistled on Skinner. Will this stand?
There is targeting. There is contact with the helmet. But as I look at this, he does lower his head. But is he truly attacking with the crown, or is he trying to get the head across, and is there contact with the side of the helmet? It's close. I just don't feel like this is the intent of the rule. You know, trying to get your head across, trying to get low, and you do see some contact with the helmet, but is he attacking with the crown, or is he just trying to make a conventional tackle and have some helmet-to-helmet contact?
Dean, let me ask you this, because Skinner has been flagged for targeting before. Does that come into play at all when you're looking at it, or do you look at every play brand new, clean slate, no matter if a player has had history with targeting penalties?
No, it's a brand new. You're looking at each play on its own. You're not looking at the history. And again, we want players to keep their head up. You're trying to incentivize to keep the head up so we don't have contact with the crown. And again, if the replay official cannot confirm all elements, then they have to overturn this one. It's close, and again, you want to see the player with the head up.
After reviewing the play, it was determined there was no targeting on the play. However, the runner didn't make the first down, so it's first down Boise State. Correction,
Dean,
first down Air Force.
Great analysis by Dean and a good call by this Mountain West crew. But again, J.L. Skinner, two big-time things. They talk about the strike zone, right? It's basically the number. If you look at a player, wherever that number is on his jersey, there's there's a million different ways to talk about it. Keep your eyes up and a wrap up, right? And we're not even talking about that.
So the 20-yard run for Roberts. That's the first down for Air Force here in the second half. And now Roberts picks up 2, maybe 3, brought down by Riley Wimpy, second leading tackler on this Boise State defense.
Yeah, it's trying another body blow there by Brad Roberts. And you said it, this is really the first time we've heard this crowd get into it. They feel the need to help out their defense right now to get a stop.
Again, about 3 more. Brought down by Tyreek Jones. And there's a Bronco slow to get up, and that is Jones who made the tackle. Redshirt senior safety.
Yeah, he has played his tail off tonight in coverage. Been extremely physical in the run game.
Boise State already down so many corners. And now Jones, the safety, slow to get up. It was Alec Mock who made the big hit on 4th down to give the Falcons the ball, and now Jones is up on his feet.
21 straight for Roberts. Yeah, nothing really there that jumps out. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Good to see him up and moving.
Jones comes out.
Not a ton, as you said, not a ton of depth on that secondary. You've seen these guys run sideline to sideline all game long. That takes a toll on them as well.
Shale Oladipo, 23, comes in as Jones leaves at safety on 3rd and 5. The tailback. It's Daniels, option. Daniels, first down, spinning across the 40-yard line. No panic, experience there for Daniels. A 7-yard pickup, first down, Air Force.
You said option. This is actually a load run by the quarterback. It looks like option, but watch, there's no mesh here. There's no decision. It's quarterback run all the way, but they try to make it all look the same, and it's basically a power complementary outside play. Quarterback run all the way, first down, Falcons.
Squad there from Michelle, also Aiden McCullough.
That's the thing offensive coordinator Mike Thiessen and Troy Calhoun have done a great job of, is there's a ton of different run types in this offense.
And now it's Roberts, and a big hole opens up for Roberts inside Boise State territory across the 40-yard line. Kaniho made the stop, and not before a gain of 21 yards for Roberts.
Yeah, when we talk about run types, I think this turns into a little trap scheme. You get that backside guard pulling, kicking out on Isaiah Banya, number 30, and again, Brad Roberts in space.
So Roberts approaching yet another 100-yard game. Inside the 40-yard line. And Roberts will add to that tally, and he should have his 7th career 100-yard game rushing.
It's good to see Shane Irwin back out there, 55 for Boise State. You know he's dying to be in this game as much as possible. He's been banged up. A little bit of a pitch count.
And there is Irwin. Roberts comes out. Omar Fatah with the carry. He breaks away once and powers near another first down. Eventually brought down by Ezekiel Noah. It's a gain of 6 and a first down, and it just wears on your defense, doesn't it? Run after run, the physicality of it.
Look at all those hands on hips up front. The second level, the third level, a bunch of guys winded. Omar Fatah taking advantage of his carries to give Brad Roberts a blow. See Boise State, a lot of variation on this front. They've gone to this three-man look, kind of a double eagle action where the guard, center guard are all covered.
Fatah slips away once and is brought down near the 21-yard line. A gain of about 8 more in what likely will be the final play of the third quarter. There is an injured Falcon. And that's Caden Blum. Tight end from Baraboo, Wisconsin. Sophomore. Air Force missing tight end Kyle Patterson. He's out with an injury. And really almost tight end by committee right now with King and Blum trying to fill that void.
Yeah, just fighting to help out his guys. Took a shot while doing so. Trying to finish on Kaula Kaniho. 28 there at Boise State. The Kaniho brothers from the North Shore. They're from the North Shore, and Caden Blum is from Baraboo, Wisconsin. That sounds cold. I'm glad to see him up and moving. We can now make fun of Baraboo. I bet it's a beautiful place.
Lovely.
You know, Coach Calhoun says that
clock. Let's go. Run that clock. Another long drive, time-consuming drive. 10th play of the drive. That will happen when we come back for the start of the fourth quarter. Air Force has only won once here on the blue turf. That was back in 2015. Can they do it tonight? As we go to the fourth quarter, Air Force by 7. Timeout. Back for the fourth quarter here in Boise. It was a 21-14 game at halftime. That has not changed. As we saw some defense in the third quarter, but now the Falcons on the move in a pivotal drive as we start the fourth quarter up by 7.
Yeah, by far the best execution by any team has been this drive by Air Force. Can they finish?
Daniels looking for a lane, not there. That was closed up by the boys in blue. Number 99, Matlock, among those in to close up that lane. It wasn't there for Daniels, third down.
Yeah, Divine Obicheri in there, 95 as well. All hands on deck for that defensive interior, which, oh, by the way, is the point of attack of 90% of these runs. A ton of production on the right side of the offensive line. We'll see if they continue that trend in these needed situations.
It's Roberts on third down, and Roberts, he's going to have it.
Yeah, they've done it with the dive. They've done it with the quarterback load runs, and this is just a give all the way hardball run play to that right side. They're loving the matchups of Smalley, Cochran, Hallstrom on the left side of this Boise State front.
Troy Calhoun, the Falcons, they win tonight. They're bowl eligible. Seeking a 6-1 start for the first time since 2002. After a 3-yard gain. Daniels, option, no toss, keeps it himself, and is down shy of the 15-yard line.
Nice play that time by Banya. That's what they call surfing, feathering, whatever you want to call it. Of watch him kind of put his hands out 30. Got to put his hands out, feather, 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 go side to side, not declare anything. And so Hazik Daniels just says, I'm going to get north, get a couple.
2nd down and 8. Falcons will use all that time in the play clock. As Roberts goes up the middle for a couple. Up by 55, Irwin.
Yeah, as a lot of their drives feel, this feels like a 4-minute mode drive. Milk off that play clock. The way that Boise State has performed in the second half a ton this year. Huge drive.
I was going to say, Mark, getting back to Banya, number 30. Brian Harsin recruit. And Brian Harsin at the time, when he was still with Boise State, said, we've had success recruiting from Canada, but we need a Canadian D lineman. And they found Banya.
So Canadian D lineman, if you're looking for a home, it's Boise State.
On 3rd and 7, Daniels stuffed. Noah and Washington plug that hole. So it's 4th down, and there was Banya also, too, coming to the backside of that play. Shutting down Daniels on 3rd down.
Again, quarterback run all the way. Was just hesitating a little bit to make it look like something and hitting it inside. Great defense up front. It's Banya, it's Noah, it's everybody in blue. And Irwin's all kinds of fired up to be back in the game.
So this will be a 30-yard try for sophomore Anthony Rodriguez. 3 of 5. His career long is only 31. That was against FAU earlier this season. Good snap, spot, kick is up, and that is no good. Rodriguez, no good from 30 yards out, and the Broncos get the ball back down 7.
Much like my driver, wide right.
(21-14), Boise State with the ball. And look how close this was to being a 2-score game.
Yeah, anything that goes over the upright like that, no good. Whether it kicks in or kicks out.
Bachmeier hit as he throws. That one fluttering, and it's incomplete.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 2nd down.
Yeah, Sanford brought the pressure.
He was hanging long, trying to get the ball out to Taquan Tyler. Had a mismatch, had him on a linebacker. The speedy Tyler right there is waiting on him to clear. Definitely looked like the ball was controlled going forward. Good call on the incomplete pass. This will be a good look at right here. It's got to be an empty hand.
Injured Air Force player, that's Michael Mack, cornerback. See Mack coming in to try to pick that ball off.
Yeah, got to sell it that you picked it for sure. Definitely hit the ground.
Landed 2 right on the ball. Yeah. They then knocked out there just for a moment.
32 seconds, please. 11:32 on the clock, please. Thank you.
So Mack comes out, and number 17, Zion Kelly Jr. comes in defensively. See if Bachmeier attacks that. Kelly's at the bottom of your screen. On 2nd down, they go that way. And there's Cobbs, and he slips away. Cobbs near the 40-yard line, so testing the new corner is how Boise State planned and attacked, and they find Cobbs. 1st down, Broncos.
Absolutely. They bring Shakir in motion, get a little eye candy up the hash. Stephon Cobbs, just a good vertical cut there out of it. Not a great tackle by Zion Kelly, but Cobbs is electric.
Broncos going fast on the boot. Bachmeier pumps, he'll run, and he'll slide near another 1st down into Falcon territory. Cobbs, after that catch on the previous play, he had to go off as he's having a hard time moving right now. He's not running at full go.
Yeah, he's missed some time this year. He just hasn't been healthy, but he can run.
Ball's out. Bachmeier pressured by Goff from the blind side. Now they're ruling that a live ball.
Yeah, it would seem like that would have to be a backward pass or a fumble.
The ruling on the field is a fumble that went backwards and out of bounds. Belongs to Boise at that spot. Second down.
So this will go backwards as Goff brought the pressure from the blind side on Bachmeier. And the ball went backwards.
Yeah, it's really whether you call that a fumble or a backward. It's a backward pass. Fumble.
Third down.
It's a backward pass. Out of bounds at the 33. Third down and a bunch.
That's a loss of 19 yards. Play clock getting late here.
After they administer the penalty, then they'll reset it to 25. And looks like the upstairs is going to take a look at this.
So
they're going to converse about it on the field at least.
So 10:33 to go in the fourth quarter.
That's what I was just going to ask. Is it second down? I was just going to ask it. Is third down? Okay, third down up here. So that one official was coming in and asking. We saw that in one game earlier this year where they went reverse fifth down game.
It is second down. The down is 2.
So Troy Calhoun trying to go back in time and play out this drive here a little bit. So it's going to be second down and 19.
On this type of deal, they definitely would go upstairs if there's this much confusion of the on-field officials, which it looks like they're doing that via communication right now.
It should be third down.
The previous play is under further review.
So a lot to sort out here.
Just need to hit rewind back a few couple plays, and we'll get it right.
So Cobbs had the 22-yard play. That was a first down.
There was the other play that created some confusion when was it a forward pass or was it a fumble?
So the first down play was Bachmeier, right? So after the Cobbs catch for 22 yards, then Bachmeier ran, picked up 9. He was short of the line to gain. So that would have been second down and 1. And then he had that play a moment ago there.
It should be third down.
So it should be third down. So you think back and...
The first down play was short of the line to gain. The incomplete pass or the backwards fumble was on second down. Therefore, it is third down.
So there you go. So third down. So let's kind of go back and look at these plays. So this was after the Cobb 22-yard reception.
Yeah, right? I think everybody in the stadium thought that Bachmeier got the first down right here. He looks back. He decides, hey, I'm going to keep it, get forward. The official up top marks him short. Whether you agree with that or not, he marks him short. So here's second and 1. Ruled
that's
a backward pass, a live ball, third down. If there's any challengeable situation, it's probably the spot on the Bachmeier run because it's a forward dive. You get the full length.
So on third and 19, into the flat. That's caught by Van Buren. And Van Buren is stood up shy of the 40-yard line by Trey Bugg III.
Yeah, good job by Trey Bugg III, just wrapping the big man up. And Jonathan Youngblood, 35, the sophomore from Atlanta, to help get him to the ground. So a little excitement there with the kind of backward pass. Was it a fumble? Was it not a fumble on the previous play?
So Boise State, following the missed field goal, could do nothing with it. And now Velasquez to send this one away from his own 30. And near the 21-yard line. That's a fair catch made by Davis. So we'll take a timeout. Falcons ball when we come back. Air Force ball, and Air Force with the lead, 21-14. But Boise State had a good drive going. This was a first down and 10 following a 22-yard play to Stephon Cobbs. And then Bachmeier on the rollout was deemed to be short of the line to gain. That set up the confusion in the second down. But this probably was not ruled correctly. Diving forward, Mark, that's a first down.
Yeah, you get every ounce of it. You'll see his knee does hit. He doesn't get quite as far as it looked, but clearly a first down.
Now, the difference is if a quarterback slides feet first, that's where you slip. From where the quarterback begins to slide, not where he ends up, but where that slide begins, that's where you mark him down if he slides forward feet first. But in that case, he dove forward.
Huge difference.
And probably that was not ruled correctly, and that robbed Boise State of a first down.
Yeah, that's one that if they don't blow it dead, you got to challenge that if you see it on your sideline. But I think everybody's just kind of assumed, including one of the officials that came and said, "Hey, wasn't that a first down? Isn't it second down?" And the confusion reigned.
Bachmeier, spectator right now. 2nd and 5. There's Daniels with the flip, and Davis is out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
Really nice execution here by Zeke Daniels. Brad Roberts looks fresh on that first run, but you watch him just a little token fake inside, and they're loading up on the edge, so really a double option on the perimeter. There, Skinner, 0 is the pitch key. He gets outside of him, and 0-on-0 first down.
Now, Davis was a game-time decision against Wyoming last week, played. And here tonight, 6 carries, 63 yards. And there's Roberts just powering his way right up the middle for about 8 more.
And just running through Scott Matlock all the way to that third level. Tyreek Jones, 21, going backwards with the 5'11", 205 Brad Roberts full speed.
Roberts carried it 33 times against Wyoming. Tonight, 24 carries, 119, 2 scores.
They're checking this play and utilizing the play clock all in one.
Guidry in motion on 2nd down and 2. It's Roberts and a first down run. Got an elbow late from Caleb Biggers. Now, Boise State, too, defensively, going back to the game against BYU last week. They were forcing turnovers, Mark. They were punching at the ball, popping him out. Do they have to start thinking about that right now defensively?
You got to think about it all day long, but that's the hardest part about this offense is it just spreads you out everywhere. We've seen the hammer with the dive, the quarterback on the perimeter, the pitches everywhere. There's a lot of one-on-one tackles. It's harder to be the second guy in and punch it out like they did so well at BYU.
Roberts up the middle, flag from behind the play. Roberts brought down near the 40.
Maybe a little hold on the backside. It looked like the backside tight end maybe trying to reach out and hold him, or potential for a high-low always with how they block this stuff.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist. Offense, number 63. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
It's an Everett Smalley 3rd Falcon penalty tonight.
So what happens here is Smalley's blocking the backside, trying to ride with his O-line partner. Got a little tackle over here. So that barely engaged. Yeah, he kind of hooks him. That's what I meant by I didn't know it was going to be a hold because he hooked him with his right arm. If he's engaged with that other defender or offensive player at all, that's a high-low and a 15-yard penalty.
Ball back inside the Falcon 40-yard line. As Roberts.
Boise State
up about 3.
Boise State dug themselves out of that 1st and 20 earlier. Now the challenge here, 2nd and 20 officially, it looks like, for 2nd and 19 maybe.
Second down.
Nope, Sorry, I went the other way. 2nd and 22. See, I wasn't in space chemistry. I was trying to count 5-yard lines, and I couldn't do it.
Air Force, no rush here. Daniels back to throw. Time running out, and down he goes. Scott Matlock with his 5th sack of the season.
Just an effort sack up front. No pressure, just a 4-man. No pressure in terms of a blitz. They get home with a 4-man rush. 99 Matlock says, hey, you didn't get me on that offensive play, but I'm going to fight through this double team. Roberts doesn't help him out. Sack.
Matlock with 2 more sacks tonight.
And always some stick-eye black.
Third and 27. And it's Roberts. A safe run up the middle, nowhere near the first down. A gain of 8. And now Boise State will get the ball back as Charles Bine is coming in to punt this one away for the Falcons.
Boise State's going to get it back here. A 1-score game. It feels like Air Force has just dominated this, but it's a 1-play game. It could be a special teams play right here from Khalil Shakir.
And what a difference in halves. First half, defenses were tested, could not make many stops here. In the second half, the defenses have stood up. As that one bounces and around the 15-yard line. Ooh, that might have hit a Bronco player, and it's recovered by the Falcons. It's going to be Air Force ball.
That looked like one of their smartest guy, the smartest guy on their football team. Canijo. The hardest part here is Shakir has to be vocal. Got to call those guys off. He doesn't know what's going on necessarily with the return, and it looks like that could be called a little forced touching.
Ruling on the field as the ball was first touched by the receiving team and legally recovered by the kicking team. First down.
It looked like it hit the right elbow of Canijo, and then it was on the ground and recovered by Air Force.
Man, that is a huge play.
Bo Richter, a sophomore linebacker from Naperville, Illinois, and Naperville North High School, number 31. He saw it. He had a great look at it, saw that ball hit the elbow of Canijo and just said, hey, I'm going to pick it up. And here come the Falcons. And it's Fatah with the carry. So Air Force has the ball back, leading by 7 with 4:40 to go.
Already in field goal range. This is, pound, milk the play clock, take care of the football. You're feeling really good about yourselves if you're Troy Calhoun and company kicking a field goal. Just don't hit the upright.
There's Daniels. And he'll be down near the 11, picked up 2 more.
And that's just not putting the ball at risk. Put the ball in the hands of your leader. Zeke Daniels, there's no option, no decision that he has to make in terms of a give-pull that puts the ball at risk. Canijo looking up to make up for that one.
Redemption right now. Canijo setting a program record tonight in his 55th career game. More games than any other player in program history. On 3rd down and 6. And this one's blown dead. And Air Force calls a timeout. Falcons calling their first timeout.
Air Force, their first charge to the half. Timeout.
So that will halt the clock at 3:35. 3rd and 6 for Air Force when we come back. Now it's time for tonight's celebration moment, sponsored by Allstate. Who's going to be celebrating tonight? Well, the Falcons hoping to do just that. They have the ball because of this a moment ago. First turnover tonight on the punt. It was not fielded by Shakir. It bounced, hit the elbow of Canijo, recovered by Richter. 3rd and 6 for the Falcons. From outside the Boise State 10, leading by 7.
Just a give run all the way there. Again, no decision, no ball at risk. They're putting the the game on the line situation here for the kicker. Hit the upright last time.
The last time Anthony Rodriguez was in this spot, this is what happened. It was a 30-yard try for the sophomore, his 6th attempt of the season. At the very top.
You have to repaint that little eye hook up there. Doesn't get hit very often.
So this one from 28 yards to make it a 2-score game. And it is up and good. Perfect for Rodriguez, and the lead is 10. So Rodriguez steps up for the Falcons. It's a 2-score game, late 4th quarter in Boise. So a 24-14 Air Force lead. That was not Rodriguez on the field goal try. Instead, it was back to Matthew DePore, who was kicking for the Falcons earlier this season, but he had been out, and Rodriguez has been the place kicker in his absence.
Yeah, Coach Calhoun said he was going to be out for the game. Gutty kicker.
So DePore drilled it to make it a 10-point game. There's Cobbs on the return. He's tackled across the 25-yard line. So Boise State, 2 timeouts, needs to go fast. Now Air Force winning here has been easier said than done. In fact, the Falcons have done it this one time back in 2015. High-scoring game. A 67-yard touchdown pass followed by Timothy McVeigh, 48-yard touchdown run. A 51-yard touchdown pass to Garrett Griffin, locking up the 37-30 Air Force win. The only time that Troy Calhoun of the Falcons have won here on the blue turf in Boise.
Yeah, he won't take anything from it. There's a ton of ball left here on both sides for Air Force to finish this one out. See them starting that too high safety look.
So Bachmeier, 2 timeouts left, 17 of 26. Pressure coming, he throws, that's caught. Be about 2 yards shy of the first down by C.T. Thomas. His first catch here tonight, a guy that has had some great games against Air Force in recent years. Not much here tonight until that.
The Air Force to let them do that about 20 times and end it.
There's Evans, first down reception, and slipped away and then lost his footing around midfield.
And you don't see that very often. A couple missed tackles right there. Trey Bud, the third. Wrap up and finish.
First never got set defensively, and that is going to be a catch. Full body stretching, catching. Evans once again picked up 8.
Tavius Evans is physical, a little bit taller than a couple of the guys here on this perimeter. Different challenge to cover.
Evans only played in 2 games last year, has really blended well with Andy Avalos and his new coaching staff. The third and short. Clock stops, 2 minutes to go. Intended for Thomas.
This is a run earlier in this tempo, in this formation. Might have a little play action off it. Same run.
There's Van Buren. Let me ask you this: you're changing
over right there.
You need obviously the ball twice here. Do you have to think 7, or if you're in the right position, you try to set up for a field goal to give your team at least a chance,
Absolutely.
not just be content
It's
on the touchdown.
Touchdown first, and then again, kind of what we talked about earlier about when you use your timeout on 3rd and 8, where the ball is. If it's 4th and 1 on the 1, you're gonna go for the 7. If it's 4th and 1 on the 31, you're gonna kick the field goal. A lot of decisions always at that point.
There's Bachmeier throwing, and that's going to be a catch Near the 25-yard line, once again, it's Evans. He got inside of Bug. That'll move the chains. A gain of 7. First down, Boise State. 2 timeouts left.
Bug is going to trigger on one of these soon. He's kind of playing off too deep zone. Watch that corner up top.
And 20 to go. Bachmeier to that same side. And once again, it's Evans. Clock will run.
Evans trying to get out of bounds there. Got a Bronco down.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
And that's the center, Will Farah.
Yeah, so if Bugs momentum, he has Evans stopped. His forward progress is stopped. Watch as he wraps him up and moves him backward. You get the forward progress or the out of bounds, right? Not both. So he's deemed inbounds. That's why they're cranking it, and then they'll move him up to that forward progress spot where it is right now.
So the center, Will Farah, started the 3rd straight game in that spot. Dante Harrington began the season in that role. Started the first 4.
Yeah, that looks like they're bringing him back in. That's a conversation that conversation we just had. They just had right there of, hey, if this is 4th down and such right here, kick the field goal. Because now we're at a 107.
Farah, a transfer from Texas Tech. Redshirt senior from Richmond, Texas.
Nope, with the big boy. I don't want to assume anything, but looks like a cramp by how they're stretching the calf, massaging the calf. Hopefully nothing else.
Hey, we gotta line up right away.
These guys are grinding it out every game. A lot of physicality there. Doesn't look like, again, nothing. Good to see him off on his own power.
Loading brace on his right knee. Took that off to treat him. So Dante Harrington comes in to snap it on 2nd down and 7. Bachmeier will throw that one out of bounds.
Good decision. The receiver ran out of bounds. He couldn't have caught that if he wanted to. If he came back in, good job getting it out just in time if you're Hank Bachmeier.
Harrington, he joined that line, but it was actually Ben Dooley who was shifted over. Guy that began the season at right tackle, the guard. And now Harrington will snap this ball on 3rd and 7. And 60 seconds to go in the game. And Buren in motion, and there's the poor snap. Bachmeier picks it up, and Bachmeier trying to get that ball away will throw that one out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a new center and a great call here by the Air Force defense. John Rudzinski and company. That's a big boy in the middle right there, right over the center, snapping hand. That's the hardest guy to block. You see right there, Jordan Jackson. That's a big boy A-gap blitz. They had the defensive ends lined up in the A-gaps on either side of the center. They knew that guy was having a little trouble as well.
It's a 38-yard try for Jonah Dalmas. He was 4 of 4 against BYU last week to make this a one-score game, and he does. He has done a great job this season. Now 15 out of 17. Jonah Dalmas. So it's once again a one-score game, 24-17, 2 timeouts left and 49 seconds to play. And as the Broncos have to go for another onside kick here, down 7.
Absolutely great job there. Looked like Connor Riddle in there, the low snap, handle that, getting it up, and now it's all on this onside kick. Boise State can't do anything about it if they don't get the ball back right here.
How often, coaches, do you practice this exact play for a spot like this during the week?
Multiple times. There's a time either team, you do kind of a situational speed through, not walk through, either on a Thursday or Friday. We're going to do all these types of end of game scoring types of situations, and then also one other time during the week, you know, and then the kickers do it all the time. You're constantly finding better guys to recover this ball. This is a hard ball to recover. You got dudes bearing down on you, trying to rip your head off, get the ball back. Every kicker tries every version of, you know, behind the leg deal, the side kicker, the hard hopper.
See how Dalmas methodically just kind of has that ball leaning up against the tee. Here we go, onside try. Nope, he's going to give way. And somebody else takes a bounce, and that ball's recovered by Boise State. Recovered by Smith. And on the bounce, the Broncos have life as they recover the onside kick. 2 timeouts, down by 7.
Well, that's just how you draw it up. If you're Air Force, to let that ball go out of bounds, game's over, right? You try to recover it basically on the sideline. It looked like 11 Goff had a shot at it. Let's take a look. Right there. Sorry, that's Spiewak, correction, Spiewak. The other 11. And then alertly recovered by the Broncos. A lot of this Broncos Stadium crowd headed for the exits early. They're missing a finish.
So an onside kick recovered by Riley Smith, and it was interesting. Tim Plow, offensive coordinator, said in terms of Smith, he's our best tight end. We got to keep him in the game more. Well, he's in on special teams, and he recovers the onside kick to give the Broncos a chance here.
Yeah, it looked like his right foot was certainly, and that's just treat that like a reception. He's got to have control. One step.
It was Velasquez, by the way. He's the one, the punter, that did kick it.
Great kick.
It was Velasquez, so it was Dalmas lining it up, but then he vacated.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. First down.
It's confirmed. Boise State ball. Here come the Broncos. 47 seconds left.
And this,
down 24-17.
How about this? Spiewak, probably one of the smartest guys in the country. And that's the hardest part about that, right, is that decision-making process of if I just literally turn sideways and let the ball go out of bounds, they're taking a knee right now.
Thomas in motion. Bachmeier throws, and that's intercepted by Trey Bug.
Get down.
On the ensuing play, Bachmeier picked off by Bug, and the Falcons take over. Seconds away from when the Broncos had life. Bug steals that momentum right back on the Falcons side.
We just talked about it up top. He was sitting on it, almost baiting Bachmeier to throw it at him. They ran the same, basically vertical cut to get down. Bug triggered, made a great play on the ball. And a late flag. Watch Bug. He knows the route they're going to run. He's just gets in the inside hip. He's playing man coverage with 2 deep safeties. Just great coverage, great job finishing. He realizes right there, game's over. Get out of bounds, get down, take a knee.
Trey Bug, his first interception this season, 4th of his career, as Bachmeier was looking for Evans. Man-to-man coverage, and Bug ripped that ball
was an
away.
interception by Air Force after the play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the intercepting team. Number 3, number 11, number 94, number 17, and number 84. Those will be those players' first unsportsmanlike conduct fouls of the game.
So many cadets.
Yeah,
many. Many following the pick.
Yeah, there you look right there. Many cadets were celebrating, guys coming off the sideline as well. If you ever want one of those to take, that's it right there. When all you need to do to take a knee to beat an arch rival on their home turf.
Boise State 40 seconds away from dropping 3 straight games at home. Oklahoma State, Nevada, and now the Air Force Academy. 3 straight home losses if the Falcons can seal this with the ball, and 40 seconds to go, leading by 7. As Daniels takes a knee. Boise State has a couple of timeouts left, but they will not use them. Diabolos headset off. And Bachmeier and the Broncos had a chance. The onside kick recovered by Boise State, but the ensuing play, Bachmeier picked off by that man right there. And the senior from Gilbert, Arizona, Trey Bug III, sealed this one. And now gets some Gatorade water in his face. And that'll do it tonight, as the Falcons are bowl eligible. 6-1 for the first time since 2002. On the road, knocking off the Broncos on the blue turf by 7. 24-17, the first time the Broncos have lost 3 straight at home since the late 1990s. So a couple of huge defensive plays late. This was a 4th and goal. Bachmeier rolling and nowhere to go. Herrera with some pressure, and then Mock delivered the hit to give the Falcons the ball back. But then after the onside kick, the very next play, Bachmeier picked off by Trey Bug III. And that sealed it tonight, Mark, as the Falcons win on the road, are bowl eligible 6-1 with a 7-point win tonight.
Yeah, tough one to get on that 4th down stand. Boise State had 10 players on the field. That's going to be a tough one to swallow. Coach Avalos, a lot to work. Just get healthy. We're going to get healthy in a lot of spots, mind and body. And congratulations to Coach Calhoun, a huge road victory. You can see him all kinds of fired up. 6-1, bowl eligible, as you said, after a tough year last year for the Academy.
Final score tonight from Boise: Air Force 24 and the Broncos 17. For Mark Helfrich, I'm Corey Provis saying so long and thank you for watching FS1 College Football. And make sure you tune in to Fox tomorrow for Fox NFL Sunday. So long and good night, everybody.